The Hans is a place where you go to eat a lot of tasty food, and there are a lot of really nice workers there. And
Jake, what are you doing right now?
I'm doing a Hans project.
Jake, this is my Hans project. Actually, it's my group's Hans project. I'm recording a video. You can't just do that. This is my project.
But I want to help.
Jake, you can't just take my English project and call it helping. I mean, you can be an understudy.
Can I? Can I be an understudy?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, as long as our English professor's okay with it, which I'm probably not going to ask her until she sees this video anyway, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, okay. Okay, alright, maybe that would be better, because, I'm not in English class.
Wow. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when I say Hans?
Bad food.
Wow. When I say Hans, what do you think of?
Our dining center, but it's not that great. The food is kind of awful, but
Wow. Here with my BFF for life.
Yes, for life.
Hans worker, Hans specialist, Hans associate. My man, what do you...
Many traits, man of many traits, you know?
He has a lot of traits.
Lots.
Lots of traits. What do you think of the Hans, my friend?
It's great people here. It's great. But food could be a little bit better. A lot more better, actually. Lots more better.
What do you... What do you think could be improved about the quality of Hans food?
Another question. I don't know.
Wow. Wow. Wowee. On a daily basis, how many people do you think come to the Hans?
I'm going to say about 3,000. Just estimate 3,000. 3,000.
Wow. So, Ted, what do you think about the Hans?
It's alright.
What could be better about the Hans, Ted?
The food.
Wow. Here with my friend Ang. Ang, what do you think about the Hans?
I think it's a pretty good place to get together with my friends, but the foods are not really good.
The food's not up to par?
The food's not good.
When I say Hans, what do you think of?
Yeah, Asian food.
You think of Asian food? Is it good Asian food?
Yeah, it's the best over here. It's the best one, in all of here.
Wow. Here with my friend Dante. Dante, what do you think about the Hans?
I think it's pretty good. I mean, it's a bit of a walk from Van Rensselaer, but it's definitely worth it. I mean, it's pretty reliable. You can always get the pizza and some fries and Coke. It's like your standard sort of meal. I mean, it's not the healthiest, but it fuels you up and it gets you ready for the day, especially after a long class.
If I was to say Hans, what would you think of?
Probably food. I eat a lot.
Wow. Bernard, how long have you been at the Hans?
6 years.
6 years. Have you ever eaten at the Hans, Bernard?
Does it look like I'm missing a meal? Of course I eat here at the Hans. Okay?
Now, if you were to rate your food at the Hans, how would you rate it?
I'd give it a 10. For me, a 10.
Wow. That's a very high rating, Bernard. Bernard, if I was to say Hans, what would be the first word that would come to your mind?
Bernard.
Wow. Here with my buddy from high school, Scott Clark. Scott.
I don't know that's important for them to know.
Scott, what do you think of this Hans?
I don't know, it's okay. I mean, I've seen way better, but it passes.
Have you tasted better, Scott? Seeing food is a little bit different than tasting.
I have indeed tasted better as well.
That's a hefty statement there, Hans. Scott, if you were to describe Hans in one word, how would you describe it?
Adequate.
If you think of Hans, what do you think of?
Free food.
Wow. Here with my buddy, well, actually, my friend over there is Buddy. Yeah, I don't really actually know him. What do you think about the Hans?
I think that Basil generally has pretty good food, except everywhere else you really can't trust it at all. But the eggs are usually pretty good, and every now and then they'll have like interesting grains like quinoa, farro, which I never heard of till this year. So Basil is good. Nothing else.
If you were to describe Hans in one word, how would you describe it?
Indecipherable.
If I said the word Hans, what's the first word that comes to your mind?
Hands. It's spelled Hands, actually.
Wow. Here with my friend Kelsey. Kelsey, what do you think of the Hans? Here with my new-founded friend Leaf. Leaf, what do you think about the Hans?
It's food, and I come here and eat.
Really?
Yeah. Yes.
How often do you eat here at Leaf?
At least once a day, but under 12 times a week.
That's a lot of Hans. Leaf, if I was going to ask you to describe Hans in one word, how would you describe it?
Enough. I mean, you know, there's like food here, and when you're hungry and you need food, it's there. So enough. I'd use that word.
If you could improve the Hans in any way, Leaf, how would you do it?
I'd make it open later, because I get out of class at 8 usually. I mean, I had a test tonight, so I was out early, but normally I can't come here like for dinner on some days, because I just can't.
Wow. Ben here at the Hans with my friend Ben. There. Ben, what do you think of the Hans?
I love it.
What about the Hans do you like?
You.
Thank you.
Didn't even see you there. That was a video representation of a problem that we believe is very prevalent at our university. Many students eat at the Hans almost every single day. And our group believes that the quality of food isn't that great. We believe that we can improve, well, the taste of it, the health benefits of it, and much more. So, we made a video about it. Well, actually, I made the video. My group did the other parts of it, which were more labor intensive. I did the fun part. But anyway, I hope this video opened your eyes to how the Hans really is to our students. And thank you for watching. Good night, Drexel.
Wow.
Wow.